This is great. I love
boy.
this chick, Sherry DeNovo. She's a pastor
Okay.
who supports polygamy.
Oh.
I got some people she should meet.
You do?
Yeah. I mean, my days are done. I mean, I retired.
Are you
from
sure,
the
though,
game.
with the right guidance from a pastor, like maybe
You know,
it would work out, Aaron?
My days in polygamy, I think, are done. I had a hell of a run. I had some crazy experiences. I learned that trying to deal with people who are loaded on coke is a losing premonition and or losing preposition, I should say, proposition. And that, not even once is what I learned. Not even once. I should have, who I should have listened to?
Who's that?
I should have listened to the late Dr. Ruth.
Yeah?
The late Dr. Ruth was saying, don't ever go outside your marriage. It's terrible. I'm like, well, where were you on that one, dipshit? I should have listened to the late, great Dr. Ruth. Well, this Canadian pastor, now you would think, now I've told that story about how it was the Recatus pastor.
Yes.
Who first rang the bell that something was up, and that they named all of us. That we had this really they had an unnatural relationship with the Imholtz.
Yes,
is what they said in the search warrant, and that pastor had read certain Bible verses that I thought he was basically staring right at us while he was reading them, because it was about drunkenness, orgies, sexual promiscuity. And I'm like, all right. And when I would bring it up to everyone involved in our group, I would get, you don't understand, man. Oh, they just don't understand. It's our love. God would approve of our love. And I'm like, I'm not a God guy, so you don't have to bullshit me and sell me on the God thing. I'll still wife. But can we just, all I wanted was an admission
that what you're doing fucked up?
Right.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, this is unholy, guys. I would always use that term. I go, unholy. This is unholy. Let's admit that us being in a church is an affront to Christ. Let's admit.
Yeah, that one is something, man. The fact
that's
that all of you went to
disrespectful.
church together.
But I did. So I did think about it that way. And they would both sweet Kayla, she would be like, well, maybe God would understand because, we love each other and we're trying to do something, that enhances love. And I'm like, oh, sweetheart, I want it. You're so sweet. And I do want to believe you.
She was just happy to feel emotion again.
I don't know. I'm like, no. And she did, just before they got arrested, the Monday before they got arrested, she did send me a text saying, everyone here is low. This has destroyed everyone. It's been a disaster. She said, you were right. This has destroyed us all. And she said, I guess society is right sometimes, was the text she sent me. And apparently, as good as I felt hearing that, apparently I should have been listening to this pastor.
Yeah, you should.
Because
what's this bitch have to say?
The radical reverend, the Trinity St. Paul's Center for Faith, Justice, and the Arts minister, Sherry DeNovo, says, thou shalt not commit adultery is not really what you think it means. Oh, my God, she should marry Nick. They sound the same. That was him. He's like, well, it's not really what you think. You see, what it is.
Can we get an updated picture of her?
No, that's the best you're going to get.
Just want to see if there's been a decline since that one's been taken.
Thou shalt not commit adultery is not really what you think it means. Apparently, the notion that this commandment means not to cheat on your spouse is a made-up concept created by the Christian right.
Really?
I can't wait to hear this. I'm really excited to hear the rationale that thou shalt not commit adultery means something other than don't stick your dick in someone who's not your spouse.
Buckle in for this one. Let's go on this ride.
DeNovo said it's not about monogamy. Polygamy used to be the norm. Right. But then Christianity came in and said, stop with all your pagan polygamy. In one of her Instagram videos, she slams conservatives for pushing the idea that monogamy is the only respectable form of marriage. Look, sweetheart, I can say from experience, whether you can or not, I can say from experience, it's destructive. The polygamy thing, the polygamy thing is destructive. I'll let you know when I figure it out. So far, both of them, I've went, I'll take that. But, yeah, I can't tell you that polygamy is a good way to go. First of all, you're a sociopath if you don't start sticking it in someone regularly and you don't develop some kind of feelings.
Right.
And you're also lying to yourself if you're saying that being with other people doesn't create some forms of resentment from some people towards others.
Yeah.
It happens. And none of the 4, 5, 6, whatever people are going to want to do this thing the way everyone else wants to do it. There's going to be everyone's different spin on it. It's terrible. Just get a divorce if you don't like the person you're with. Be done with them, move on, and go find something else. Here's what polygamy is. You don't want to be with the person you're with, but you're too much of a fucking chicken shit to move on with your life.
There we go. I was just going to say.
You don't want to be alone. You want to still, but you don't want to be with that person. Fucking move on, grow a set of balls, have some courage, and go.
Yeah. It seems like from the outside looking in, it seems like polygamy is more work than just being married to a person and figuring out how to be happy and fix it. But you can't be happy, so you want someone else. But polygamy is actually still more work than just, I'm done over here.
Here's what kind of work polygamy is. Ready?
There
was a night we were coming home from the bar, and Kayla and I thought that we were going upstairs.
Yep.
And the other two were going to go downstairs. And that's the night.
Yeah.
Well, Nick was texting Kayla in the back seat and saying, "What do you want to do?" And Kayla was embarrassed. She didn't want to say, "I want to go upstairs." Like, Aaron and I were going to go upstairs. And like Nick was like pressuring her to say it. Like he wanted her to say it. He knew what she wanted to do. He knew what the plan was.
Again,
he wanted her to say
work comes
it.
in.
Wait a minute. So then we get back to our house. They're out in the driveway screaming at each other over this. April and I
Your neighbors are loving it.
Great look. Great look. The look is great. I looked out there. I said, "This is a great look." So finally we get them back in the house.
Yep.
He's screaming at her again. And then she tells him that she faked it every time, which I'm sure isn't true, but she's just trying to piss him off. And then he starts hitting himself in the head. And then he's cornering her in the bathroom. And nobody got pussy. I didn't get laid. He didn't get laid, obviously. Nobody. Because everybody was fighting about how we should do polygamy.
Again, more work.
So this bitch,
not
this de novo, she says monogamy is not the only respectable form of marriage.
No.
She says, which, by the way, if that's your position, fine. Then don't be a Christian pastor.
Yeah.
Because I'm sorry, one of the things that's kind of baked into the pie, if you will, is you don't fuck other people when you're married. It is like odd. The longer you're married, the more of a ladies' man you think you are. Like you get married for a while and you're like, I could get her. You're like, she would blow a rape whistle in your face, dude. There's no way that chick is going to talk to you. And like one chick laughs at your jokes and you're like, I'm going to leave my wife forever. Like this chick wants to suck my dick. It's weird.
You're still in therapy, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah. She's on vacation this week, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like that was me when I was married to my first wife. When I would go to all these comedy shows. And there would be pretty girls at these comedy shows. And they would think I'm really funny. I love your show, and you're so funny. And you're like, oh, really? No, I'm married. I'll just get really fucking puke at home. Like, it'll be fine. And then eventually that happens and happens and happens. And then you're like, okay. Like, I know I'm married and everything. And it's bad to think this way. But, God, I really want to have sex with this one. Like, really bad. That's really the way I should go. Is I should have sex with this person.
Well, I knew you had your goals in line when one night after a comedy show, this is way early on when I met you, you're talking about how when you get divorced from your first wife...
To answer your question, yes, I'm still in therapy. And it is working. I am getting better. It's just,
we've all made our mistakes.
Look, I'm getting better. It's just that, there are some things that, still need work. I don't know. I can still look back on those things and, think they're silly, funny, whatever.